it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this week's burning question. Are you ready for it? Yeah.
All right.
All right. So I was accused of going face this week because I took a week off last week because I had to catch my breath from the fucking shitstorm that came from the Darby Allin and the size comparisons. I got fucking told I was turning face. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go back into some like real discussion here.
Okay.
So the last couple weeks, like I said, I've been shitting pretty hard on Sammy Guevara. I've been shitting pretty hard on Darby Allin. I've been shitting pretty hard on CM Punk for all of the allegations of their douchebaggery, right?
Yes.
And the stupid human things. Are you leaving? Because I'm gonna need my graphic in like 2 seconds.
All right.
All the douchebaggery and stupid things that they do and say. It was brought to my attention this week. The WWE, they're not immune to this kind of shit, right?
Okay.
I don't know about it, but like I said, casual wrestling fan. I'm learning as we go.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
There's douchebags in both companies.
Okay. Who's the douchebag?
I was informed that Matt Riddle is a fucking douchebag.
No.
The story is Matt Riddle cheated on his wife and left his 3 kids and moved to Orlando from California.
No.
Matt Riddle is a douchebag.
No.
Yeah. And if I'm going to call out Sammy Guevara, for what now doesn't seem so fucking bad.
Yeah.
When I put the two in
At
comparison.
least he didn't have kids, bro.
You
and
have
they weren't even married yet.
So exactly, you got to be fair, right? I fucking took a shat on Sammy Guevara last week,
real
right?
big hot
Shat
shit.
all over him because I thought this is douchebaggery. This is worse. You're
Yeah.
right. Sammy Guevara, he left his fiance. That's fucking douchebag, right?
Yeah.
Proposed to her on national TV. That's douchebag, right?
Yeah.
Then fucking went and got with Tay Conti or whatever her name is,
But
right?
at least he didn't knock her up, get married to her, and then say, bye, bitch.
Just fucking up and leave his family. What is the problem with just like doing it the correct way and being like, hey, we need to divorce and I'm gonna move on and still like be a part of this? I don't get it. And apparently, like, this is even like continuing today.
Yeah.
That he tweeted something like, I'm out here living my best life. And she tweeted back like, yeah, because you fucking just left your family and moved to Orlando. So I want to, I was also told, this is just quick on top of that Austin Theory
Okay.
has some kind of douchebaggery. I did research. I can't find it yet.
Well,
I don't know what it is. So somebody's going to need to educate me. But what this is all leading to before we get to the actual burning question is we're going to start something new here.
okay.
We're going to go with the Notorious NerdyD douchebag squad.
Ooh, yeah, I like
Bring
it.
up the graphic.
All right.
We currently have 4 members on the official douchebag squad. We got CM Punk is a douchebag because of his airport comments and not making. If he wants to clarify those comments and tell
Come
us
at me, bro.
and tell us that, I mean, he not doesn't have to be to me, but
Come
if he
at
at
me.
some point,
I'm just kidding.
if he at some point clarifies those comments,
Yeah.
and says that it's about like memorabilia collectors, I'll remove him. Go back to the list. I need the list.
Okay.
Sammy Guevara, we know he's a douchebag. I've
Yes.
just stated why, right?
Yes.
Darby Allin, the allegations, true or false, douchebag.
Yeah.
Our newest member, Matt Riddle,
Yeah.
left his family, left his kids, douchebag. I've got up there on the graphic a question mark.
Who's
the
the
new
next
thing
one?
is, I need everybody to just bring me up to
Bring us
speed
the dirt, bro.
on who the douchebags are, so we can put together an informed list
Yeah.
of the douchebags of professional wrestling.
sure.
So that graphic will be
Bring
updated.
it to light, bro.
It will continue. All right, you can go to the bathroom if you need to now.
All right.
All right. Okay. Don't add this to the clip. Like when you cut this clip for everybody to see, you can just walk in front of the camera. It's not going to mess anything up. But don't add this to the clip. I assume that when you pose the question on TikTok and on the internet, who needs to be added to the douchebaggery list, I assume that I'm going to win that vote. I believe that people are going to think that I deserve to be on that list. So this is kind of an inside joke that we'll know and see how many people fucking do the stupid, like low-hanging fruit and say that it's me that needs to be added to the douchebag list here. But okay, so on to the real topic, right? I kind of sat back and reflected all week about lots of people still seem to be in love with some of these characters of these people that I label to be douchebags, right? There's still people with a deep love for Darby Allin. There's still people with a deep love for Sammy Guevara. There's still people with a deep love for CM Punk. And it led me to believe that like wrestling is one of the only mediums where we kind of combine the human being with the character they're portraying on TV, right? Because there's lots of movies and actors that I watch that I can't stand the fucking person, like maybe Alec Baldwin, right? I think he's a douchebag. But I still watch 30 Rock and go, I like his character. I think he's funny. I like that, right? So I'm able to separate the two. But for some reason, in professional wrestling, I'm unable to separate the human being from the character. And it works both ways, right? Because you can separate the human being from the character, but you also have to separate the character from the human being. And it's a weird thing. And I know I'm 100% guilty of taking people like Sammy Guevara and going, I don't like what he does in his personal life, so fuck Sammy Guevara, the wrestler. When in reality, they're two different people. He's playing a TV character, and I should still be able to like that character, even though I self-admittedly, I can't bring myself to do that, right? Yeah. So my question is it wrong to take people's off-mat personal attributes and like moral values and apply those to their in-ring character? Is that wrong? My short answer to that, I think if you take it on a case-by-case basis, you kind of got to approach each one differently, right? You have to look at someone like Sammy Guevara, who that's like young people stupid shit.
Now it doesn't
right?
look so bad.
But it's young people stupid shit. I'm 36, gonna be 37 years old. I had to make sure. I'm 36, gonna be 37 years old. I'm in a whole different fucking position than like Sammy Guevara, who's like 24 or 25. So like I can't really hold that against his wrestling character and persona. That's stupid. Yeah. So I get that, like I have to disconnect that. But then I go someone like Darby Allin, who I hear the allegations of him like abusing women, and I hear the allegations of him abusing like less fortunate people. Yeah. And I see like him kind of being a reality TV whore and things like that. Yeah. And I take those and I go, well, that transfers over because the character he's playing, he's almost trying to pass that off. And when he tweets things at like, forgot the girl's name, Cora Jade, I think. Like, you're not a real skateboarder. I'm a real skateboarder. I think he just introduced real life into his character. Yeah. So I have to take that and go, oh, you're a douchebag. I can't be a fan of yours because my moral values don't line up with your moral values, right? Then we get to someone like CM Punk, where I'm 100% guilty of not allowing him to just be the human being that he is, right? True. Because I know I tend to be an asshole in public spaces. When I'm around people that I don't know or don't like, I come off kind of asshole-ish. So I get that. And I can understand his need for personal space and stuff, even though I don't agree with it. Yes. There's two different sides to that. And so that made me think, like, I should be able to separate the fact that I don't like necessarily everything that Phil Brooks says. I can still be a fan of CM Punk, right? You're supposed to be, right? Yeah. But so let me clear something up. It's not going to change the way I talk about these people, because my opinion is my opinion. And if they don't morally line up with what I believe, I'm going to speak out about it because I get an opinion. Just like they get to be who they are, I get to sit in front of a microphone and say whatever the fuck I want. True. It's what I'm entitled to do because I fucking learned the skills to put together a show. So I can do whatever I want. I don't have to be a hardcore IWC wrestling fan to have opinions. My problem is this works both ways, right? If I'm going to have that opinion, I can't be so mad when people take that same approach to me when I address the character that is a wrestler, right? So I'll give you an example. Okay. I've gone on record as I'm not a Big E fan. Yeah. The character of Big E, I'm not a fan. Never have been. Don't think he's that funny. Think he comes off a little weird. I think he could be more aggressive. I have all kinds of things I think I don't like about Big E's character. And every time I say that, do you know what the comments come back? You're a racist. You're a racist, bro. You're just not okay with a black champion. And I go, well, that's not exactly what the fuck I mean, because if you want to be realistic, you want to like take reality into the situation. If I'm looking at the list of wrestlers that I like, right? Yeah. Quote unquote that I like.
Yeah.
I would say that 90% of them I wouldn't want to fucking hang out with. They're not people that I could see myself like aligning or going hanging out with. Mm-hmm. When I start to look at just like wrestlers in general and like the human beings,
yeah,
I would say that in reality, like the New Day, Big E, Kofi, Xavier, those are my people. That's who I grew up like in a sports locker room. That was who I would gravitate to. Mm-hmm. They're positive. They're funny. They're energetic. That's my people. That's the kind of people I want to associate with. So when I separate the character of Big E out from like, I've seen Big E in documentaries. I've seen Xavier Woods on his YouTube channel. I've seen Kofi Kingston. It seems to me that their moral values line up better with my moral values, and I like them as people. So it's weird, right? Because I know I get labeled like certain things when I say certain things. But the reality is I don't like the character. So we get into this game again of like, how do you separate the character from the human being? And to kind of bring this all like around, I think that in the year 2022, the problem is that wrestling has taken it upon itself to try to blur the lines between what is like the television show wrestling and like reality and social media. It's become almost, they do it with like Total Divas. They do it with Total Bellas. They do it with like the roads to the top. They do it on social media all the time. Instagram, Facebook, MJF is always in character. So I think the line has been blurred on what is real, like what we're supposed to believe is the character and what we're supposed to believe is the wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Like Darby Allin is clearly believes somewhere deep down inside that like the character he's portraying on TV is an authentic representation of himself.
Yes. And
so like, I guess that's weird to me that wrestling has kind of trained us to form our opinions around the human being and not just the character these days. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a right or wrong answer to this. To like bring it all home. I just wanted to kind of pose like a thought process for other people to chime in and kind of give me their opinion so I can weigh out, am I just completely fucking wrong? Or is there some validity to like taking the wrestler's personal life and applying it to the character of the wrestler? This is one of those times where like maybe I get humbled, right? Somebody may have a great point, and I'm willing to like be open-minded and listen as to why I should like separate the two. Because as far as I'm concerned right now, I find it real hard to separate like the human being from the character of the wrestler. But I do find it extremely easy to separate the character of the person from the human being. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right.